everyone, and welcome to this first episode of Our Fish, Our Future lesson sharing with LMMA. And today we have today is our first episodes of the many that we'll be having over the next couple of months, and it's about sharing lessons, presenting case studies, concept notes, and engagement plans that provides a centralized information for project partners, private sector representatives, and other stakeholders to get ideas from and learn about public-private sector partnership opportunities across our Fish Our Future countries. Just to give you a brief description of this project that we are working on, this is a USAID-funded project called Our Fish, Our Future, and it's designed to address the social and ecological drivers of IUU fishing that are degrading coastal fisheries and biodiversity and negatively impacting local livelihoods, food stability, and maritime security in the FSM, Palau, Marshall Islands, and of course in Vanuatu, Papua New Guinea, and Solomon Islands. So this is our first of the many episodes we'll be having in the next couple of months. The first episode is on a podcast, and we'll have other forms of lessons sharing will be done over the next few months, and they'll be on blog articles, webinars, video interviews, and so on. So this is the first of the many, and we are so grateful today that we have one of our fishing partners, our fisherman that's based in Palau. He's a very experienced fisherman who loves fishing. I think he's always been fishing for most of his life. And I'm happy to introduce Mr. Adolph Dimei. That's here today. So Mr. Adolph Dimei, very good day. Thank you for coming, and hope you are well. We'll probably start off with the first interview question, where I'll ask you to sort of introduce yourself. Maybe if you can tell us a bit about yourself and your business, your childhood. If you want to share something about your childhood, grow up, please, happy to do so. So I give the floor to you, Mr. Adolph.
Thank you, Mr. Api, and thank you for this opportunity. Well, as you know, Palau is a small island, and I grew up where my house was located near the shore. And I grew up by the ocean, and I really liked fishing since I was a little boy. I started fishing by the time I got a little bit older. There was a tourism business that was going in Palau, and it kind of got really popular. It took my attention. So I started to become a boat driver. I became a boat driver after I graduated from high school. And I kind of liked the business. So I became a boat operator. And then during that time, the diving in Palau kind of became very popular. So I changed from a boat operator to be a diving guide.
Right.
So during that time, I kind of learned how to dive and kind of got interested in diving. So I went to Guam and took my diving instructor's license. That was, I think, 1992, and I became a diving instructor, a PADI diving instructor. I came back to Palau, and I worked as a diving instructor, working for a blue marine company. It's like Japanese and Palawan got together and make this company, which is now still existing. And I was working. That time I kind of it was connected to the Japanese company, So I had to meet a lot of Japanese during that time. Then I also met Akai. Then during the diving, I still am. I still like fishing. So the
Right.
fishing never cut away from my mind. I was still doing the fishing while I was diving. So when it was my day off, I went out for fishing. I didn't really do the fishing business like selling fish. It was just for fun. Then this time I met this Japanese guy who's a fishing a kite. He's also dives and he fishes
Right.
with his friends. So I kind of meet him, and then we talked about fishing. And he goes that he has a friend that owns a business in Japan that takes fishermen out, not only Japan but all over the world, and they do the
Right.
fishing just for fun, sports fishing. And their idea was to just to catch a fish, take a picture of it, and let the fish go. And I kind of liked that idea because as a diver, you want to see fish. You don't want this fish stocks to deplete because
Right.
that's one of the main diving attraction, the fish.
Right.
So I kind of became interested, and we talked, and then I also went to Japan, and this guy that I met is from Okinawa,
Right. Yeah.
and
The southern part of Japan.
yes, he's not just a diver and fisherman. He also crafts lures. He makes his own lures, and he also molds his rods. This is a good kind. We met, and then he kind of got the idea of why don't I come to Palau every year? So he comes to
Oh,
Palau like a month or 2 months every beginning of the year.
right.
And then when he comes, he bring customers. So
Okay.
and by that time I already bought a boat. I had this
Okay.
20.
And what age was that you bought a boat and
I bought the boat when I was like 30, 35 years old, I think. About that
oh,
time.
see,
And
okay.
I used the boat for
I see.
charters and diving. And when I met this guy, I changed from I quit. I resigned the diving business, and we started the business.
Right.
So it's an agent. So he sends me customers. And,
Customers. Right.
yes, and I charge them for fishing, but still I have to pay his commission. So
Ah, okay.
it was very good
That's
for me, and he even got his part of share. So the business was running real good.
okay. I
So
see.
we were doing very good. And then he decided to come to Palau because he also want to fish in Palau. And what he
Right.
said to me is that Palau has a lot of fish and he likes to
Right.
catch fish. And the idea is to catch and release. So
All right.
maybe I was one of the guys that first guys to fish and release fish in Palau. And it
Right.
just fits what the Palawan fishermen does. We all catch fish, but we still have a conservation. We want to protect the fish stocks to make sure that we can always have fish all the way to the future. But we cannot control that.
Right.
But that's what we're trying to do.
Right.
Okay.
Are you involved in other business like selling fish or
Well,
joining a company?
I'm a member of this company, this Bofi. I'm one of the
Right.
board members, and I do fish for the company. I fish, so I'm one of the regular fishermen, and we
Okay.
there's parts that we do. So we go fishing, and then we
Right.
come and sell the fish, and we get our shares of the company. I mean,
I
that's the
see.
fish that we get.
Mm.
So the simplest way is like we go fishing, and the company buys the fish from us, and the company sells the fish. That's we're fishermen.
Okay.
That's what
Right.
I'm
Right.
doing right now.
Okay. Right. Is that is that so that's a group of fishermen selling fish to
Mm.
that company?
Yes, yes.
Is it based in a particular location, or is the fishermen from everywhere, from all parts of
No,
Palau?
there's a particular place that the company is located at, and there's
Okay.
then the company that I'm in, the Bofi, we also buy
Right.
fish from
Right.
most of the fishermen that want to sell fish to us, but it's a strictly
Mm,
pelagic fish.
right. And do you guys have a set price for the buyers, or do the buyers determine the price?
No, no, we set the price
Okay.
from the
Okay.
sellers to the sellers. So
I see.
the
That's
sellers
great.
come and
Yeah.
we pay them the price that we have decided with them.
Right. Okay. That's great. Um, what influences the price? Like, when do you increase the price, or when do you decrease the price?
Well, the
What
price
determines the price? Yeah.
the price is kind of increased if
Right.
depends on the fuel cost.
Right. That's okay.
And yeah, because in Palau, we I don't know if you use this term, the US standard is gallons. I think you guys use liters.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but we use like a gallons or feet or inches. That's
Okay.
what we use.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes.
1 gallon
It's
in
deep.
Palau
Yeah.
right now, the gas costs like $6.40, 50 cents.
Oh,
So it's
right.
expensive. So
Mm.
the
Right.
prices of the fish really determines by how much the gas cost and how far are the fishermen going. So
Right.
as, as you know, the pelagic fish is mostly outside of the reef. And in Palau,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah. Yeah.
lagoon that you have to go away from the reef. I mean, from the lagoon to the outside reef to
Yeah.
catch the
Right.
pelagics.
So you
So
so you need fuel, right? A lot of
yes,
fuel.
yes.
Right. Um, is this something that is this fishing to both and sell to both? Is it something that you do every week or every day? Do
Yes,
you go out and fish?
we do go
Yep.
out and fish for like 2 times a week, twice a
Two
week.
times a week. Okay.
Yes, because
I see.
as
I
you
see.
know, Palau is very small place and the population is small, so
Mm,
the market is limited.
that's right.
So if
Yeah.
you like, if
Yeah.
we go out every day gets fish, we're gonna have a hard time selling the cats.
Right. Right. I see. Uh,
So
eh,
so now we're kind of receiving a few tourism. The more tourists come, the fish sales will increase, and that then we
yeah.
can
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
do more of catching or as you know, because
I see.
everything is limited here in Palau.
Right. Yeah, that's great. So so all the money you receive from selling the fish, where does that go to?
Well,
Um,
I get some fish, and I also need the money for I have kids.
right.
I have some
Okay.
obligations, and I also need to repair boats. Like
Hmm.
I fish for the company. I also do fishing for myself, just privately fish. And
Hmm.
my wife do small markets, like frying fish and sells them to the stores.
Ah, that's nice. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the small business we're doing right now. Just to,
Right.
I would not say it's a business. It's just like
Right.
to sustain the living. As you know,
Yes.
Palau is
Yes.
an expensive place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in Palau, you know that we don't have money. We're using US dollars.
Right.
So it's kind of pretty expensive, I think.
Mm.
I've been to a lot of places which has more cheaper than what
Yeah.
we do in Palau.
Yeah. Can I just go back to your sports fishing business?
Yes.
How many people are involved in that in your business? Is it just you yourself, or do you
Yes,
have
only
people?
myself, and when I
Oh,
get to
okay.
have a lot of many customers, there's people that I charter boats from them, and
Mm.
they do the fishing, because it's not really a big business, but it's good money.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
good money, yeah. So, and it's kind of really limited customers.
Right.
I don't know if you know, but the Japanese people, once they get to know you, they want to spend time with you. They don't want to go to other places or to meet other people. For example, my fishermen, if I'm
Mm.
booked at this certain time, they want to change the schedule and make sure that I'm free. So they come and we
Right.
go together. There's kind of a really personal relationship that they want to build. And I also do that too. So I have a really what's that what how can I say it? A particular people that want to come to me. So I have customers
All right.
repeating. They repeat, they come
Mm.
every year. So they get to book my boat schedule.
Okay. So this is a family business that you
Yeah,
run.
this is only a
And
family business, yes.
okay. What's the name of your business again? The sports fishing business?
Well, I used to do this Spanx fishing tour, but it's, you
Okay.
know, well, like what I told you, it kind of closed during the COVID, because it only fully depended on the tourist. But since
Okay.
it stopped, so I'm a fisherman right now.
Okay. Okay. So but it's still the sports fishing is still a little business that's running on the side at the
Yes,
moment.
yes, of course, yes. So I have already bookings. I had bookings last month, and I have booking on May, and
Right.
there's also request, but I'm kind of hesitating, or kind of telling them to wait. I will see, and then but we're in contact with so the agent is kind of out of business, but these customers that we met, we have a connection that
Right.
we can always talk with each other, and they're requesting. So yes, it's a
Ah, I see.
really still running,
Yeah.
but it's really slow. So I only accept
Okay.
one or two groups a month for now.
Right. So if I want to come to Palau and want to do sports fishing, where can I book, sorry, if I don't know you, for example, if
Well,
a foreigner comes, where can he find your sports fishing company?
I'm not registered right now because I kind of stopped the
Okay.
business. But if you click onto the Palau Visitors Authority,
Right.
then there's and you click on the fishing side, there's a few companies that's
Okay.
advertised and do business.
Okay. Okay. All right. Do you have any plans for the future in regards to your business?
Well,
Any
I'm kind of
big plans?
yes, I'm planning, but I I cannot do any decision right now because it really depends, and I only had a Japanese customers. I do
Right.
speak a little Japanese, so I'm kind of
Oh, that's
connected.
great.
So we're kind of talking with my friends, and yeah, I'm still thinking about it, and I'm getting old, so
Yeah.
I get to do what I did before. Yes.
Do you have someone that's next in line to manage your business? Uh, do you
Well,
have some?
I have a cousin that also has boats, and his kind is
Okay.
also a fishing. I
Mm.
this guy is the one of those people that I used when I had to when I was really active in fishing business, and when I get to have more customers, then this guy I was using. So he's kind of taking care of my guest when I'm not able to.
Do you get support from the government or the stakeholders for your
No,
business in your
no,
business?
I just do it myself. There's no
Okay.
such help that I get.
Okay. Um, I think this is going to be a few, just two last questions that I'm going to ask. One
Yes.
would be, what would you sort of give give an advice for those wishing to start a fishing business? Something something like you. What would
Well,
be your advice to them?
okay, yes. Fishing is, I think, the most important thing, Api, is you have to feel like doing something before you start doing it.
Mm.
Example is I like fishing.
Right.
That's why I think I kind of came into this business. But the most important
Mm.
thing is, as Palawan people, when we think about fishing
Yeah.
or we talk about fishing, it's not only
Right.
catching fish.
Right.
We also learn. So we learn
Mm.
about the weather, we learn about the tides, and that also
Yeah.
the season. So there's a lot of things we
Right.
learn when we become fishermen, and that is what I recommend people that when we go fishing, we don't just only go get fish. So
Mm.
especially this kind of fishing that I do, the sports fishing, we target fish. So targeting
Mm.
what species of fish depends on the moon or the time or the place. So that's it's also a school,
Mm.
and I recommend that everything you do with your heart, not just
Right.
somebody told you to do the fishing business because it's good money. Then
Right.
you have to do things that you really think that you can really
Yeah.
do it better.
Yeah.
And this
That's a strong statement. Yeah. Do you think traditional knowledge also helped you along the way in your
yes,
business?
Okay. Traditional knowledge is really a good thing, Api, and
Yeah.
it really helps a lot because the knowledge that I took from the older people is what I
Yeah.
just said. It's not only the catching of the fish, it's the way or how the fish goes. For example, when I was a little boy, I went out with my father one time, and then I saw this big school of fish. You can just see it from, it's kind of really big school. So I just took a spear and just threw it into the center of this school of fish. And my
Right.
father just kind of spanked me. And I kind of got really uh, confused. So I kind of said, "What?
Right.
Aren't we coming to fish?" And he told me that when you see a school of fish doing that, that means they are spawning. So you're not supposed to catch while they're spawning. So that's one of the things that I learned.
Right.
So just as a traditional of fishing in Palau, they also did the conservation.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm planning, and
Right.
that's why we're as you know, we have this association that we call it Ulai Fishers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? Eh? You see,
Yeah.
that's especially when I see these young people, they're not
Right.
interested, and even if they go fishing, they don't care. They just go get what they want,
Yeah.
and that's the
Yes.
knowledge that it's going away. So that's
Right.
why we fishermen got together and formed this association
Mm.
to kind of teach the young generations about this traditional way, like
Right.
conservation, mostly conservation. I don't know if you know this, but there's a word in Palau that calls bull, and
Mm.
that's really like
Mm.
conservation, and it's been uh, going on ever since I was young and still going on. And sometimes these kids don't know what that means. They just think that everything is going to be closed. But that's not what the bull is.
Right. Okay. Um, I think I have the last question, and that would be if you were given help from any government or from any donor agency, what help do you think that would be?
One more question again.
If you were given any help from
Yes.
any government or from any donor agency or from USAID, what help would that be? What help
Well,
would you need?
Api, that's a very big help to us because as you know, last week, 2 weeks ago,
Right,
we
right,
did a camp
right. Yeah.
for the young generations. Just it was a really easy camp that kind of teaching the kids about the fishing and the few traditional way
Mm,
of fishing, especially the bottom fishing with the hand line. And not only the fishing, we also did some kind of we kind of taught them uh, the structure of the water from the land to the ocean to the outer reef. And it got me really excited because the kids were very interested, and most of them didn't know how or what this meant to them. It was really good to know that the kids are interested because I think
mm,
they get them from their parents, but they never seen anything like that happens to them. So if I get the assistance from the any organization or government, I would as an organization like ULA, we do more camps that we teach the kids about not the traditional way. We're planning to teach them how to do that, like the traditional way of fishing or doing like the navigation, everything that will that we have been doing before it stopped. So the kids are not or they don't know how, and they're kind of becoming pretty busy with the social media.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Adolph, for that lovely conversation and a lovely discussion that we had. We've come to the end of this podcast, and I want to take this time again to thank our guest, Mr. Adolph Dimei, for availing himself to be part of this podcast. We wish him all the best in his fishing business, and also all the participations in the Our Fish, Our Future program. Please note that Mr. Adolph is also the chairman of the National Advisory Committee for the Our Fish, Our Future project in Palau. So this committee is formed under the project to sort of support the implementation of the project. So we thank Mr. Adolph for being part of this committee and helping out in the project as well. Thank you so much to all that's been listening into this podcast. Please note that this is a recorded podcast. If you have any questions or any comments, please put that under the comment section of this post, and we'll try to respond back to your comments. So from LMMA here in Suva office, we want to thank you all for listening in, and we will see you on the next episode. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.